Okay guys, so today we're going to talk about glazing. What you see here are different types of glaze, and the name on here has to do with what it's going to look like when it's done. Okay, so what you see down here, these are all test tiles, and then on the back they say what they go to. So we'll see if we can find Cosmic Black. Okay, so this one says Cosmic Black. This is the test tile for Cosmic Black. So if you look up near the top, this is what it looks like with one coat of glaze. That's why there's a 1 right here. This is what it looks like with 2 coats of glaze. Okay, so there's a 2. And then this one down at the bottom, this is what it looks like with 3 coats of glaze. Okay, so that's Cosmic Black. Monsoon Seas, same. 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats. And then the other one we have out is Blueberry Pie. So when you're ready to glaze, your clay has to already be bisque fired. That means that it's gone through the kiln 1 time, all of the moisture is completely gone, and it's gone from whatever color it was at the beginning to whatever color it's going to come out of the kiln. So some clay changes colors, some clay doesn't. Our clay that we used changed colors. So here's my bisque fired ceramic piece, my bisque fired clay work. I am going to use Cosmic Black on mine. So what you will have is you will have a small cup to have your glaze in. And then these glazes are a little bit different because they have speckles in them. So we'll look back at the test tile here. On the Cosmic Black, where you see a lot of these little speckles, these are all things that are inside the glaze that makes that happen when it fires. So some of them pop if they're bigger and they change color, and some of them stay little teeny tiny specks. So you don't want a ton of these or it'll get rid of all of this light color. But you do want some if you want to see some of these specks. Okay. So I have my container. I'm reusing some ceramics from the other class. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glaze, I'm not painting, the entire outside. And when I'm doing this, I'm trying to make sure it's even, so I'm brushing only up or down. I'm not trying to go back and forth. Okay, so now I have most of the outside glazed. I skipped over him because I'm going to do him the same color as the inside. And what I want to make sure is I don't get any on the bottom. So you see this part right here? This will cause it to stick to the kiln shelf, and then when I go to take your piece out, your piece will probably break. So if this happens, what you're going to use is one of the sponges from when we did our clay. I have a paper towel up here right now. But you're going to use one of the sponges from when we did our clay, a little bit of water, and you're just going to make sure that none of that is still there. Actually, I think that's from getting stuck on it from the kiln already. But anyway, so most of it's gone. You want to make sure all of it is gone, okay? So, does this look the same as this right now? Yep. That's because when glazes go into the kiln, they have a chemical change that happens when they heat up. And that's how they come out, like this instead of like this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I skipped a lot of space at the bottom. So I'm gonna go back now, and I'm just going to carefully paint right up to the edge. And again, I have to make sure none of that is on the bottom. So anything that's down here, I'm going to wipe with a sponge and make sure none of that is still there. Okay, so now I've done the outside. What I would do is I would pick the next color I want. So if I wanted to use blueberry pie on the inside, or that's this one, then I would clean my brush thoroughly, and then I would do blueberry pie on the inside and possibly blueberry pie on this accent, my little rat for Year of the Rat. Okay, that's pretty much it with glazing. Just remember, don't have any glaze at all on the bottom. Okay, use the test tiles to tell you what's going to look like when it's done. And then this is what one coat looks like, 2 coats, 3 coats. All the tiles are set up this way. If you forget, flip it over on the back and it tells you what it's called and it tells you how many coats there are in each section. Okay, good luck glazing.